Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new, welcome to my channel. Today's video I am going to be doing my 28 to 32 week update. I know like some of my updates got a little bit messed up just because I waited I think a week too long last time to do it. So I'm just going to be doing the 28 to 32 even though I'm pretty sure I already covered the 28 week before. But if you are new here, my name's Katie. I am currently 32 weeks pregnant with a baby boy. I also have a 16-month-old little girl who I just adore, and a cute little 1-year-old pit bull mix. So, but yeah, we are getting so close to being done, and I just can't wait to meet him. I am like super stoked. But let's get into the video. So I'm just gonna start out with my weight like I usually do. I think altogether I've gained about 9 pounds, which for being 32 weeks pregnant, it's not that bad. I know like towards the end of the pregnancy is like when you usually gain the most in the quickest amount of time. So I have been watching like what I eat to make sure that the weight I am gaining is, you know, like from baby and not me putting bad foods into my body. I tend to like hang on to weight and gain it super easily to begin with. So honestly, I'm so stoked that I've only gained 9 pounds. And if I gained more, I would still like be happy. It's just, I was at a higher BMI when I got pregnant, so I wasn't supposed to gain that much anyway. And so I'm just really happy with how my weight has been so far. For doctor's appointments, they've all been going pretty well. I have been having like a lot of Braxton Hicks and cramping and that kind of stuff. So I got checked and they did like a preterm labor swab, which is like, you know, where they swab you and then they send it back to the lab, and it kind of tells them like if you're going to be going into labor in the next like 2 weeks-ish. And of course it's not 100% right all the time, but luckily mine came back negative, so I was in the clear there. They just told me, you know, to like be easy and everything, but honestly it's really hard to when you have a 16-month-old to chase around, but I am doing my best and staying very well hydrated. Also coming up February 2nd, I will be having a growth scan for him just to make sure that he's growing well, because I am having him so close to when like I had my daughter. I think I got pregnant when she was only 9 months, so it is pretty close in pregnancies. And since I am 32 weeks now, I am set to see my doctor every 2 weeks instead of once a month. And so that's, I kind of enjoy it just because I get to hear his heartbeat more often now and just like get reassurance that he's growing well and everything, just because I have a lot of anxiety in general. So just getting like relief that like he's doing well and everything really helps. Now to get into symptoms. I know I said this last time, but I am having a lot of symptoms this pregnancy, and I just want to put out there, I'm not complaining whatsoever. I am absolutely stoked to be pregnant and I wouldn't change it for the world. But I do have a long list of symptoms I want to share with you guys just so you know maybe like what to expect and like kind of like what's normal. So let's get into those. The first one I'm going to have to say is leg cramps. I get them in my calves and my hips horribly at night. It's not anything to do with my pregnancy brain, and I just can't get words out. It's not anything to have to do with like my potassium or water intake because I am always super well hydrated, and excuse me, my potassium levels are fine when they check them, and I eat bananas like every day literally, so I don't think it's anything to have to do with that. It's just something I'm probably gonna have to deal with till I have him, which it's okay. It's just they get so bad that I have to get out of bed and walk around to get them to go away. The other ones that I've been having throughout this whole pregnancy is hip and back pain, and it hasn't really gotten worse. It's about the same, so not much has really changed there. I have also been having a lot of like pelvic pressure, which is another reason why they checked me, just to make sure that baby, you know, is like staying put. But I guess he's just like pretty low, and it's my second pregnancy, so I guess you tend to feel more pressure. So I've just been dealing with that. It's not like unbearable. Sometimes it gets really bad, but then, you know, I just have to like sit down and relax and it eases up a little bit. Throughout this whole pregnancy, I've also been having like really bad headaches, but surprisingly the last 3 weeks, I want to say, I haven't had them like every single day anymore. Now they're more like a once a week to Oh, no, I'd say like about 1 to 3 times a week. And so that is relieving because they were getting so bad to where I just wanted to lay in a dark room and stay covered up and just sleep all day. And you can't do that, you know, when you have other kids. So I'm really, really happy to say that those aren't as bad as what they were. My acid reflux is still here and with a vengeance. It's getting way, way worse, like every single day from sun up to sundown. I just have it no matter what I eat, no matter what I do, Tums or anything, it doesn't help. And I tried drinking milk. A lot of people say like pickle juice for some reason will like help. I tried drinking that. I've tried literally everything and just nothing helps. So if you guys like have any tips or tricks for horrible acid reflux, let me know down in the comments because that would be honestly life-saving. Lately, I have also been getting like more dizzy and seeing stars and sometimes black spots. And that's kind of scary just because I do feel like I'm going to pass out. Mind you, I haven't actually passed out luckily. I just feel super, super dizzy. So I went to my doctor and they sent me to the ER just to get checked and everything came back normal. So they don't know what's causing it. It could just be hormones or just like pregnancy in general. So they are having me like make sure I'm snacking every 2 hours to make sure like it's not my blood sugar dropping or anything. Excuse me. But yeah, so I've been dealing with that and it's been a little bit better the last 3 or 4 days. I haven't had an episode, so I'm just hoping that that's like over and done with, or that like it's at least not going to happen like every single day like it was for a whole week. So baby boy though is moving all the time, constantly, no matter if I'm up and moving around or if I'm laying down, he's just constantly moving and I absolutely love it. I do have an anterior placenta, so my placenta is towards the front of my stomach instead of like towards my back. So a lot of his movements I don't actually feel, or like I don't feel as much as I should, but I had it with my daughter too, and honestly, I can feel him move way more than I like could feel my daughter move. So I don't know if he's like kicking me or hitting me stronger than she did, or just in different places, but I feel him move all the time. And even when I'm not feeling him move, if I feel like a little bit of pressure and look down at my stomach, he'll be going crazy in there. So yeah, he moves all the time and I love it. I already mentioned earlier that I was having Braxton Hicks. They're not really any worse than what they were the last few weeks. They just kind of come and go and they're not super painful or anything, of course. They're just like, they get to where they're pretty uncomfortable, but I just gotta like sit and relax, drink water, change positions and stuff, and then they seem to go away. My sleeping, especially with the leg cramps, has gone down a lot. Like I just don't sleep, and when I do sleep, I don't feel like I sleep very well, but that's typical for the stage in pregnancy and everything. So it just makes me super tired to the point that I can like literally sit on the couch, and if I'm like not actively doing something like on my phone or recording a video or just like talking to my husband or something, then as soon as I sit down, even if the TV's on, I'm out. It doesn't matter what time of day, like, or anything. It's just I sit down and I'm out. Now for swelling with my daughter, I swelled really, really bad from about 30 weeks up until I had her. Luckily this time I'm just swelling a little bit so far. There's still plenty of time for me to blow up like a balloon like I did with her. But the swelling I have is only at the tops of my feet, and it's like I said, it's very light. Only I can really notice it. If you look at them, you couldn't really. And then my calves for some reason have been swelling, but it hasn't been unbearable or anything and not too bad. Like I said, it's just light swelling. So hopefully it doesn't get any worse because I'm enjoying not like looking like a balloon this time. Also, round ligament pain is back, or at least that's what it feels like, which I didn't think like in your 3rd trimester that it could come back, but I guess it has because that's the only thing like it feels like. If I get up too quickly or I sneeze or I cough or I roll around in like bed too quickly, then I get like a really achy like pulling pain in my lower abdomen, usually on my right side. So yeah, round ligament pain is back and it hurts. My skin has also been super dry this entire pregnancy, so I'm still just lathering myself in coconut oil, or if I don't, because coconut oil works really well, you just have to like let it soak in for an hour, then the oiliness will usually go away. So if I'm just like in a hurry or I don't feel like feeling oily for about an hour, I'll just throw on some like Aveeno no scent lotion and honestly that works really well too, but I still highly recommend to use coconut oil if like you have super dry skin, or even like on your your stretch marks, because it'll make them super soft and it'll take the itchiness right away, like make it go away right away, and it's just amazing. Also, my carpal tunnel in my right hand isn't any worse or any better. It's about the same, so I can't really complain about that, just because honestly I can deal with it how it is, so just luckily hasn't changed. My stretch marks on my stomach are darkening. Mind you, I had them all before I got pregnant again. I got them with my daughter, and stretch marks run in my family like really badly, so almost everyone in my family has them super bad. And honestly, I've learned to love mine, nothing to be ashamed about. You grew a little human, and everyone's skin like elasticity is different, so some people will get them, some people won't. It doesn't matter what weight you start at or how much weight you gain, it's like bound to happen type of thing, unless like in your family, like it just, like if you're, basically I'm put it this way, if your mom has stretch marks, you'll probably have them too type of thing. But yeah, so my old ones are darkening. I don't think I've gotten any new ones. They seem longer now, but that's because my belly's growing. And I know once I have him, they'll shrink back down and lighten up. You guys will be able to see them once I do like my little bump date at the very end of this video, so make sure to stick around for that. But let's get into some TMI symptoms. So if you don't want to hear these, then I'll put the number on the bottom of the screen for you to like skip to. That way, if you don't want to hear these, you don't have to. They're not horrible or anything, but I know some people just don't like to hear TMI things. So you've been warned. All these will be TMI. So start out with, my breasts have been leaking colostrum, which they leaked really early with my daughter. This time around, I guess they started leaking a little bit early, but I just forgot to mention it in my last couple of videos. But now, I mean, they are leaking, like to the point that if I shower at night and then crawl in bed to cuddle with my husband, if I'm cuddling him and I don't have like a bra on, it'll like soak right through my shirt and just like soak him. Yeah, it actually happened the other night, and I felt really, really bad because we were just cuddling watching a movie, and he went to move his arm and it was just warm, wet, and sticky. And yeah, so that was fun to clean off the bed. But it's bound to happen, it's natural, and I'm just glad that my body is able to produce milk naturally. Next thing is constipation. I've been dealing with that a lot lately, and it has caused me to get hemorrhoids, and which I was really upset about, because when I was pregnant with my daughter, I compare my pregnancies a lot, but when I was pregnant with my daughter, I didn't have any hemorrhoids or nothing, and I was like, oh great, I'm gonna be like one of those women that don't get them. So I was really, really excited, but nope, second baby comes around and bam, I have them. So that's been interesting to deal with. Luckily they haven't been too bad, but still, it's not something fun to deal with. I am also constantly having to use the restroom now. I have frequent urination just every single day, all day, and it's just something that you have to deal with when you're pregnant. It's not really that much of an annoyance, honestly. It doesn't bother me any. It just sucks like when you're going out to do shopping or something and you just have to keep making like bathroom breaks, but it's not that bad. I will say though, my bladder control isn't as great as it used to be, and that part really sucks. Like when I sneeze now, I have to cross my legs because he's so low and puts so much pressure that, once again, like I said, TMI and a little bit embarrassing, but I sneezed the other day when I was doing the dishes, and I literally peed myself a little bit, and it was embarrassing. Even though I was in my own home and like no one else was home. Well, my husband was, but it's just, I don't know. Yeah, so from that day on, I've learned that I need to cross my legs when I sneeze, because even when my bladder, I think, is empty, yeah, don't trust it. Just cross your legs if you sneeze. Also, one of the joyous things of pregnancy is excessive vaginal discharge, and I'm still having that, and it's nothing, it's just irritating. I actually wear panty liners just because I am like constantly having it, but it's a good thing really. It's because your body's producing more of it, of course, to make sure all the bad bacteria and everything stays out of down there, just to make sure like everything stays healthy, so you don't get like any infection or anything like that while you're pregnant. And last but not least excuse me, well, that happened at the perfect time. But last but not least for the TMI symptoms is I am like really gassy from my acid reflux too, to the point that I am constantly burping. And I always feel rude doing it, but I can't help it. And it's not like I'm just doing it and like not saying anything. Like, of course I'll say excuse me or whatever. So yeah, I'm constantly burping now, and that is, yeah, it's just the normal. But for medications, the only medication I am on is my prenatal. I'm still taking vitamin D because I was vitamin D deficient. And then I am still taking my iron every day, which is probably why I'm so constipated and everything. But yeah, I'm taking my iron also because I am anemic, which the iron seems to be helping, so that's good. As for food, I'm being able to eat meat a little bit more than I was, luckily. Some nights I can eat chicken and stuff. It kind of just like depends how it's made, or like just basically how I'm feeling that day. I eat chicken here and there, and then honestly, I actually ate a big old steak to myself for the first time in a long time, and it was on the barbecue. So I think like if anything's made on the barbecue, I can eat it. And I don't know why, but yeah, so I figured out if I want to eat meat, just gotta barbecue it and I'm good. As for cravings though, I'm still like really craving berries, and I just absolutely love them. And anything salty too. Some new ones that I'm craving is like bagels with cream cheese, and there was something else. What was it? Oh, and just like milk, like really cold milk. I could drink milk all day right now. It's just, whew. A cold glass of milk with like literally anything you're eating goes. But yeah, I'm also really craving chocolate still, but that's nothing new. I like chocolate before I got pregnant anyway, and just being pregnant makes me want it more for whatever reason, so. But for baby items, we have almost everything we need now, so I'm super stoked about that. Basically, he could come now and we'd be good, but he's not going to. It's still way too early. He needs to stay in and bake for like at least, let's see here, I'm 32, so at least another 6 weeks he needs to stay in and bake. But yeah, we got basically everything. I think we need like a couple more items, but I'm going to go ahead and get those in the next like week or two. So I'm not too worried about it. Like I said, I'm only 32 weeks. I still got a little bit, but we are getting super close, and I'm so excited to meet him. We aren't announcing his name until after he's born, but I am so excited to share it with you guys. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I'm gonna go ahead and do my bump date, and once I show you guys my belly, then I'm gonna go ahead and end it there. So thank you so much for watching. Give it a big thumbs up and subscribe. Make sure to ring the notification bell, because when I do go into labor, I will post like a short little like 1 to 2 minute upload saying I'm in labor, and then once I have him and everything, I will be posting a birth vlog. So make sure to ring the notification bell to get notified when I do all that. And thank you so much for watching and supporting me, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.